Hello, this is Victor bringing here a new army showcase. If you follow my channel, you have seen my Bretonnian Army some time ago, but I wanted now to do an update of the army. I just finished to paint the Arrow Knights and just to add all the last miniatures that I wanted to add, as well as the Pegasus and so on. So this is how my full army of Bretonnian looks like, and this is almost all the miniatures I have in my collection. I only have about some more archers to be painted, the new version, or the version that was newer than the one that you see here in the pictures. But I don't think I will paint more archers. I think I have more than enough. So you can see I have what we see here is I have the Lowen Core that I use as my general on Hypogryph. Okay, I have two sources. So this is the old lady enchantress, or the old lady, okay, with the unicorn, and then I have sorcerer or magician on a horse, and this is the old as well. It was the imitation of Jeanne d'Arc, so this is I use it as my general when I want a normal general on horse. I have a unit of 6 questing knights, 7 Grill Knights. These are the old metal version of the Grill Knights. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4 Real Knights units that can be joined or separated, so I can play with 4 or 3 depending on the game. So this is 10 and 10, and then I have 9 and 8. And then I have a small block of Knight Errants. This is the last edition. I never had Knight Errants in any of my games because it's just been added recently. Here we have the Pegasus, and then at the back we have the archers, the trebuchets, and at the right we have the sorcerer. Maybe it's not very visible, we'll make no close up, so let me zoom in and I can show you a closer up. Okay, so here you see this is one of the sorcerers, okay, or one of the ladies. We have here the men at arms on horse, and behind we have the peasants, and behind the peasants we have it's going to be more difficult to show, but I will show you later on. So here we have the Grill Knights, and then we have their, I don't remember exactly the name that we give it, and the Pegasus on this part. Okay, the archers at the end, and the trebuchets. Trebuchets, one is the original trebuchet from Bretonnians, and the other one is a trebuchet from Gondor, from the Lord of the Rings, and then we have more archers. I lost the count of how many archers I have. So sorry now if it's a little bit more shaky, the camera, but I decided to take it with me so I can show you here, so you can see. This is one of the sorcerers. This is the only knight I have without a horse. The idea of this army was to have all the nobles are the knights, and just the peasants use the unnoble weapons that are the shooting. Okay, so and my plan was not to have any men at arms in close combat. That unit was one of the last ones that I added to my army, but it's because I bought the box, like the old start collecting of Bretonnian, so I don't know, the battle force or how it's called. I don't remember the name. So yeah, I have them. So here you have, and then there is 2 phases of my army. Okay, the phase 1 is when I start with these old knights here. Let me go close up. So this is some of the first knights I painted, the ones here, these ones, and the unit there. And now I'm going to take out of the unit the first knight of my Bretonnian army. So this is the first knight I painted, and this was inspired on there was the front Bretonnian, here is the other side. When they launched the Bretonnian starter set, they put this type of cardboards cutouts like the Space Marine or something, and in that case they put this Bretonnian with this type of iconography. So I just copy the iconography of the guy that was the front or the poster guy of fantasy at that moment. So this is what it looks like. And of course, one of the last ones is you can see the evolution on painting, right? So even that one that does not have heraldry, so you can see how my painting have changed over the time. So you can see here the difference in paint job. You also can see when you see the questing knights, some of my last knights painted. Okay, it's a big difference, and this is one of my last real knights, but they were painted quite a while ago. So when I started this army, I was my intention was to do real knights, some real knights, real, and then archers. This was my main block, and the archers were you were able to put in a triangle formation, and you can see there were a lot of archers. So the ones with green base were my first archers. Okay, so this was the old style bases, and these ones here were painted some years after, but I had so many that I wanted to paint them all. Then I changed my mind, and I wanted to give a little bit of tribute of my home country, and I started doing this type of Catalan type of iconography. Okay, so this is why I was using this iconography there, and I used the same type of iconography recently on the questing knights, and as well you can see on my Iron Knights I use the same type of iconography, even in the leader of my Pegasus. So this was a change of mindset. You can see as well I did as well some what's called this, some real knights. So yeah, and this is why this was quite intentional as well. I changed my colors from white and blue to red and yellow. I also find these colors to be more striking, but I will not repaint all these archers. So this is not that much passion to paint all these archers. You know, I will do them red and yellow as well. As you can see here, these are the trebuchet from Lord of the Rings. Okay, this is a resin trebuchet, and this is the original trebuchet from the Bretonnians. So this is the full army this is my full army of Bretonnians. I hope you have enjoyed this one. Please let me know what do you think. No, I will make pictures. I will show you. I will do better close-ups of how it looks like. But I think it's quite a nice army. It takes a lot of time to paint this type of armies because you have to do a lot of freehand, and there is a lot of time investment in each knight. The idea was to personalize each knight. I also wanted to do more uniformity on the Iron Knights, as they are less represented in the hierarchy. They are the lowest ones in the hierarchy, and I was imagining them not to be as independent as the other knights, where I have more colorful. But I think at the end, quite happy with the final result. And here let me do a close-up on my general on hypoglyph. Okay, so this is my general on hypoglyph. So you can see the lion on the standard is done on green staff, and the lion is a freehand on the standard, not the one in the shield. The shield is engraved as well as the barding of the hypoglyph, but the one on the banner was completely freehand painted. Okay, and then this guy is the most unstable one. It's quite a pain to have it, and I think I just bent it. You can see it's quite unstable banner. So that's all for now. I hope you have enjoyed this one. Please give a like if you have liked this video, share if you think other people can be interested, and as usual, thanks a lot for watching, and now enjoy the pictures. Bye.